So what is the best way to secure a client? I've done cold DMs, I've done cold emails, I've done paid ads, and I've done content. First off, let's talk about content. If you're living outside of US and your ideal clients are in US, it is going to be very difficult for your content to reach them because of how Instagram has become much more like TikTok and it accounts where you're located. So for that reason, it is very difficult for you to target clients in US with your content. But one thing it's really good for is social proof, and having an optimized profile is amazing because I was able to help one of my coaching students land his first client with just 14 followers. And if you have a decent social media profile, it helps your client trust you more. So now let's talk about cold DMs. It has been the best way for me to land clients. And yes, it still works in 2025. If you're struggling with cold DMs, here are some of the stats. This is on February 2025. I sent 200 messages, and then out of those, I got 6 replies, and then I was able to secure one client from those 6 replies. On May of 2023, I sent 500 messages, 44 seen, 38 engaged, 6 booked calls, and I had 3 clients from those. And I'm still doing this. I even built a Chrome extension using ChatGPT that helps me send DMs. So it's pretty amazing what AI can do at this moment. So now let's talk about paid ads. It has been one of the challenging client acquisition method for me because I've not had success, but I've had good leads come from there. But it was expensive, having not the success that I want in paid ads, but it has made me a better marketer, and I understand paid ads and how I can link that in my cold DMs or even cold emails. So now let's talk about cold emails finally. And this has been one of the best way to land client for me because it is very predictable. You know how much emails you've sent, how many people have replied, what's your cost at the end of the month. I challenged myself to land one client at least this year using cold email, and I was able to do that in Q2 of this year. But I stopped it, and then I try to do paid ads, and that's when I realized that maybe cold email is better. So this is speaking from my experience. Cold email is much better because you're able to scrape thousands of emails just by a couple of domains and then have a couple of inboxes. I'm actually sending 200 to 300 emails a day without touching anything. And it just goes on autopilot. You're able to use AI to personalize the first line. So the worst thing with content is like it just goes broad and you're not able to target anyone. But with cold email, you're able to filter a niche and you're able to test that market out specifically and see how that cold email performs on that specific niche. And if your offer or if your marketing, if your cold email is not good, it's going to give you that feedback and you're able to take that and tweak it. It does give a lot of the data, and I love how predictable it is. I would pick cold email over anything, and then I would do cold DMs with content, and then paid ads would be the last because it is very resource heavy. Cold emails at the moment, my current campaign that I'm running, I've sent 386 emails, and then I've had out of those 3 people have responded. That's 1% response rate. 2 people are interested in the service. So yeah, that has been my experience so far this year with different client acquisition method.